Hi, I'm Dave Potter. I'm running for election to the Vermont House from the legislative district Rutland 2, which includes Clarendon, about half of Rutland Town, the southern half and the western part of Rutland Town, and Wallingford and West Rutland form the rest of the district. So it's a 2-seat district. So you get to vote for 2 in November out of the 3 or 4 choices that'll be on the ballot on November 5th this year. So why am I running? There's 3 main reasons: to support Vermont families, and especially those in our district with good jobs and a prosperous economic opportunity. And secondly, to advocate at home and in Montpelier for quality and affordable education, health care, transportation, and a viable economic future for our children and our grandchildren. And thirdly, to carry forward to Montpelier for inclusion in state policy the concerns and issues of the District 2 municipalities, their townspeople, their select boards, and their school boards. Right now, education finance is near the top of the list for concerns on the part of townspeople and school boards. There's an inflationary carryover from COVID that causes this inflationary impact. The legislature recently appointed a study group to try to solve this particular problem. And among their considerations would be the potential alternatives to financing education, where we now base it primarily on the property tax, but there's other choices. And would further consolidation, which has been tried in the past, be helpful in lowering education costs? This is often not popular locally to consolidate, but when the demographics of a small school get small enough or to a certain point, perhaps it's ready to be put on the table. Locally, with 10 years experience as vice chair of the House Transportation Committee, I know the Rutland County priority is to finish the 3 segments of Route 7 between Brandon and Pittsford. There's 3 out of 6 segments left to do. The 3rd segment, which is just north of Pittsford, is out for bid this fall, with construction to be completed next summer. The remaining 2 segments need to follow close behind. In our legislative district, Wallingford has 2 bridges that are in bad shape or functionally obsolete. And Clarendon is pretty much in the same boat. They have a bridge in Clarendon Springs and a bridge in North Clarendon that also need replacement. The homeless situation in Rutland Town, southern Rutland Town, needs further addressing. While homelessness is a statewide problem that can't be denied, the fact that Rutland Town seems to have more than its share concentrated in the southern part of the town, it needs to be more shared and spread out than it is concentrated in one place in southern Rutland Town. We also need support for CEDAR, which is the combined old Chamber of Commerce and the Rutland Economic Development Corporation, in their effort to attract business to the local area. Legislatively, this can be accomplished with financial support for technological innovation like we have at Makerspace downtown here. And broadband expansion is another thing. Quality public education, job training, and capital funds for startups. These capital funds often come from statewide programs like VEDA, the Vermont Economic Development Authority, or the Working Lands Enterprise Board, which concentrates on farm and forest initiatives. With regard to lifetime experiences that prepare you for the role of state representative, I have 16 years service as a Rutland II state representative with 10 years experience as the vice chair of House Transportation. There's, in my background, 40 years of teaching full-time and part-time at Rutland High School. I taught biology, chemistry, and driver ed. And I live on and operate a 204-year-old family farm, and with a lot of forest land included. And I can tell you there's few Vermont legislators that have any farm forest background in the that are presently in the Vermont House. I have 14 years experience as a Clarendon selectman, and I always tried to support startup businesses in the Clarendon Industrial Park with tax stabilization. And I've also been a town moderator and on the Clarendon Planning Commission. I have a background in higher education with 6 years experience on the UVM Board of Trustees, and I hold a bachelor's degree from the University of Vermont and from a master's degree from the University of Southern California. I'm an active duty U.S. Air Force veteran, Vietnam veteran, and subsequently served 28 years in the Vermont Air National Guard, retiring as a lieutenant colonel, squadron commander. And I'm currently a member of the Rutland VFW and the West Rutland American Legion. Currently, I represent the town of Clarendon on the Rutland County Transportation Council and the Rutland Solid Waste District Board. In closing, be sure to vote in the upcoming elections. The primary election is Tuesday, August 13th, and in the general election on Tuesday, November 5th. Thanks very much for taking the time to listen to this segment, and have a good day.